Hello again everybody, Bunyap here, and let's take a quick look at the Constant Peg campaign for the DCS MiG-21 Fishbed. These missions are based on operations carried out by the United States Air Force's 4477th Test and Evaluation Squadron, the Red Eagles. They are set in 1988 and replicate the unit's typical operations from Tonopah Test Range Airfield, Nevada. For this campaign, I've partnered with Steve Davies, author of Red Eagles, America's Secret Migs, and host of the 10% True podcast. He is the authority on the Constant Peg program and brought with him access to the real Red Eagles pilots, whose technical guidance was invaluable to the crafting of these missions. These were very non-standard air operations, so they are very non-standard DCS world missions. So let me describe briefly what you can expect. The goal of Constant Peg was to expose pilots to actual MiGs in a tactical setting. Any buck fever, excitement, or surprise is dispensed with here, uprange, and the pilot realizes that the MiG is just another aircraft. You will be flying the MiG and guiding them through these first encounters. Now, most missions will start from Bravo Ramp at Tonopah. The Blue Air pilot, flying either the F-15C or F-14B in this campaign, will check in and you'll get airborne. Now, these MiGs were very important national assets, so a chase pickup takeoff is performed, where a chase aircraft gets airborne first, then slides into position for a clean and dry check, looking for pop panels, leaks, streaks, or anything out of the ordinary. Then the pilot receiving the exposure forms up for the first look, and you get into the real meat of the mission. Now, a lot was packed into these 20 to 30 minute sorties, with multiple engagements and rejoins, far beyond the capability of DCS World to replicate in one continuous mission. So to make this all work as on a real Constant Peg sortie, you'll be presented with a list of options in your Communications F10 Other menu. So you select the option you want, and a new mission is loaded with everybody and everything in place and ready to go. A pilot's first exposure to a MiG would include a performance comparison profile demonstrating the MiG's relative capabilities. It would then move on to basic fighter maneuvers, or BFM, dogfights with prearranged starting maneuvers with one or the other aircraft having an advantage. The second exposure would move on to more BFM, including a butterfly setup with both aircraft meeting head-on, and the third exposure would include a radar intercept, sort of a 2 versus 2 anything goes encounter, followed by more intercepts or more BFM. You'll experience all of this, and when you're ready to end the sortie, select the option from the F10 Other menu and you'll go straight into the recovery phase. The MiG types flown by the Red Eagles and Constant Peg were all single-engine aircraft, so it was important to maintain proficiency in flame-out landings. As you approach Tonopah and check in with ATC, you fly the approach of your choice, land, and taxi back to your original parking spot to shut down. Now, in addition to these exposure missions, there are also a few sort of standard DCS-style missions where you'll provide Red Air support to a fighter weapons school class as they fly their final mission employment graduation level event. And then the final Constant Peg mission, providing support to aircraft arriving for a red flag exercise, is also replicated based on an actual flying schedule and first-hand accounts. These will flow as one long mission from startup to shutdown. Procedures for all mission phases are included in the mission briefing, and those are available in flight on your knee board. That's right control up arrow in this aircraft. And in this campaign, there are no special mission success criteria you have to meet to move on. So you can move on to the next mission at any time, or fly each mission or mission phase individually as sort of an instant action style exercise if you would like. You have options. The campaign includes 6 custom liveries for the MiG-21 based on archival photos and video footage of the Constant Peg aircraft in action. I mentioned earlier that all briefing documents are included on the kneeboard in flight, and this includes the checklist flown by Colonel Francis Paco Geisler on each of his 500 MiG-21 sorties. So that's a quick look at the Constant Peg campaign for the DCS MiG-21 Fishbed. Steve and I have worked very hard to bring you a realistic and engaging Constant Peg experience within the confines of the DCS simulation. We hope you enjoy it, and most of all, enjoy the experience of being a Constant Peg pilot, learning about the program and the amazing story of one of the most successful classified programs in the history of the US Air Force. Of the ones we know about.